So, hey everyone. We're now 6 months into quarantine, or whatever this kind of world that we now live in with the pandemic. And I actually had to watch my last video again just to see what I talked about and the kind of mood I was in. And typically of me, when I think something's gonna pass and be temporary, I seemed quite upbeat. And you know, obviously it was very early days when I recorded that vlog, which I think was in April, so just after things was getting pretty serious with COVID-19 and the way it was affecting the world. Now we're in September, and yeah, it's definitely been quite tough, and I'm sure it's been tough on all of you and everyone. But yeah, that reality you can only realize after going through 6 months of change. So every day feels like Groundhog Day, basically. The lines between work and home are extremely blurred, and the new normal, as everyone's coining that term, is not that great. I think a lot of people like the idea of working from home, and I'm sure for some people that has a lot of benefits, but I'm finding it's not what it's cracked up to be. You know, I'm missing the social element of being with colleagues, and just that separation of home life versus work life. And yeah, so that's been a big adjustment this year, amongst so many other things. I mean, this year has really put everyone to the test, and you know, yeah, it's just difficult. And as I said, I'm pretty sure this is the same for everybody, but I'm finding I have less time at home now to do things I want to do than I would have had if I was working in the office, which just doesn't seem to make sense. You know, in the previous vlog where I sat here and I was talking about all the stuff I might be able to do, I haven't done any of those things. I haven't had time to consider getting into much else, or I just don't feel like working on anything with the computer. I guess maybe my time is taken up with other things. So yeah, editing and putting vlogs together has just not been a priority, even though I have managed to get a couple of old ones out, but they are old vlogs. So this is the first time I've actually sat in front of the camera since April to record something like this. But I've still got old drone adventures, which are now, we're still posting, you know, the last few have been from 2 years ago. It sounds like my aviation channel, where I'm barely catching up to only a year ago. It's just the motivation, or finding the time to put into sitting in front of the computer again, and this time it's pretty much the same computer in the same space. It's just really difficult. I thought I'd do a Lego build, being that we'll be at home more. I've basically pulled one box out of the cupboard and said, yes, I'm going to build you, and that's it. I've not had time to even open the box. You know, and again, that's a bit sad. I'd like to find the time to be able to do that. I'm sure everyone's facing similar things. I mean, I can't imagine for those people who have to homeschool their kids. In Australia, anyone who was in Victoria has recently been in an extra lockdown with curfews in place and everything, because a few citizens couldn't abide by the restrictions that we had in place. Again, we haven't been anywhere near as bad as that, so it's been obviously it's been very difficult on everybody. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, well, how's everyone else doing? How's everyone else going? I certainly know from some of my friends and colleagues that I'm not alone in how I feel about things, but it's what do we do about it, and how can we fix things? Well, you know, there's only so much that we're able to do, and pretty much it's a waiting game as to whenever any sort of vaccine becomes available, and the new normal will become the old normal again, perhaps. But certainly the world is going to take a long time to recover, as are many companies and workplaces, mine included. So it's just a continuation of that uncertainty, and it's just not a very nice headspace to be in. I feel for anybody who's suffering from things like depression, anxiety in times like this. It must be even worse, or it potentially could be even worse. And even for those who aren't medically diagnosed, these are still difficult times to be isolated. And I've seen a few posts from friends who are really struggling or have had really difficult times just dealing with issues that have come up, and the way these restrictions kind of have changed how we would normally go about things. But on a happier note, my brother was able to arrange a wedding because the corona restrictions actually worked out for him. So yay, congratulations to him. I now have another sister-in-law, and yeah, it was a very basic ceremony, but it was just what they wanted, and yes, that was quite nice. Clearly COVID has had such a widespread effect, and this will be true for anyone, but in my hobbies, aviation has taken an absolute hit. If you just need to watch any of Sam Choi's recent vlogs about the way air travel is now, and it just doesn't look like something I want to be doing anytime soon. Airlines have fallen over all over the place, or have had to rebrand or shut down. Aircraft types have been retired left, right, and centre. Qantas has parked its international jets for what it thinks will be well into next year before any international flying could possibly resume. It's terrible, and for anyone who has family overseas, how you'd ever get to see them, or if there's any issues that you would need to make you go overseas, you now have to think of the restrictions of wearing face masks for the duration of the flight, the change in service, and then the 14-day quarantine once you get to where you're going. So yeah, it's really just changing everything. Any fans of TV shows, I would think that a lot of your shows are going to be held up. We certainly know like Star Trek has managed to get a few of its shows ready and out. So Discovery's season 3 is coming very soon because they were able to get the bulk of filming out of the way, but then a lot of new projects have gone on hold. The Orville is on hold until any sorts of social distancing can be worked around. Movies, I'm sure, are going to be, next year is going to be very light on any movies coming out, I imagine. Not to mention those big hits that were supposed to come out this year that have been delayed many months, including the James Bond film, the new Top Gun, and then who wants to go to the cinema to see these movies? So, it's just all it's all completely changed. It's all completely different. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm trying to do okay myself, and yeah, let's see how this all goes. I don't know when my next vlog like this will be, but yeah, we're 6 months into this, and it certainly is. I try and be positive if I can, and it's just, I think when you get constantly beaten, or you're just the same thing repeats over and over, it just becomes extremely difficult. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and put some more of my older vlogs together because those will certainly be a lot more interesting. I'm gonna try and get a Lego kit out and film that, and yeah, we'll see how that all goes. But take care, everyone. Stay safe, and look after your families. And yeah, I will see you very soon. See you.